So once you arrive, just take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth as you settle your body, making yourself completely comfortable on your mat. And I'm going to ring my bowl. I never know, Harriet, if you're going to hear the sound because of the pitch or what, but I think that might have been pretty good. So, making yourself comfortable, letting go of what came before this moment, what will come after, leaving any cares or concerns or worries you may have in an imaginary basket outside your door, and seeing yourself on your mat, relaxed and in the moment, and just beginning to tune into your breath, perhaps coming to your home base, maybe counting on the inhales and exhales, or maybe saying, I inhale, I exhale, maybe watching the body, the rise and fall of the chest and belly. And just watching the breath, feeling cool air on the inhale, and maybe noticing that breath in the back of the throat, perhaps in the belly. And then on the exhale, feeling the breath warmed by the body, and just be with the breath for a little bit. And if the mind begins to wander, just allow the thoughts to be there, acknowledging them without judgment. Watch them float by, and then return again to your breath. The gentle rise and fall of the chest and belly. So our focus this morning is going to be on finding energy, even drawing energy up from the earth and just feeling that energy. So we'll begin by floating our arms up overhead, stretching out through our fingertips and down through the body and out through the toes. Just taking a moment to take a little inventory by scanning the body and just noticing how the body is feeling, how the mind is feeling, and just be aware of feelings in the body. Just noticing, making note, again, without judgment. Just be an observer. And then on your next inhale, we'll lift the right leg off the mat along with the left arm and stretch through the left fingertips and out through the right toes, allowing the rest of the body to be relaxed. Perhaps taking a nice big deep inhale and exhale. And then release the arm and leg to the mat and lift the opposite arm and leg. Left leg, right arm. Stretch out through the fingertips, down through the toes. Take a nice deep inhalation and exhalation. And replace the arm and leg. Stretch out just through both arms, lifting the arms off the mat. Stretch as far as you can stretch, feeling the length of the arms, and release the arms to the mat. Lift the left leg up and point and flex. So point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Replace that leg on the mat. Lift the right leg up, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Replace that leg down on the mat. Float the arms down by the sides, bend the knees, and we'll lift the knees into the air and bring the arms up over right in front of our face as we bicycle. So engage your core, so bring your belly button in towards your spine. Feel the lower back pressing into the mat and just bicycle along. Keep the breath flowing. Feel the body begin to warm up a little bit. Bring a smile to your face. Pedal, big pedals, big, extending your legs out and making your arm pedals be bigger. And then bring them in smaller pedals. And then gently replace the soles of your feet on the mat. Bring your hands down and just windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Just a gentle rocking motion. Use the breath to move with ease. Notice the temperature in your room. Notice the sounds you hear. Notice the feeling of the back body on the mat. And the next time your knees come to the middle, to the midline, bring them to stillness. And then send the right leg out long, drawing the left knee in towards your chest. Inhale, squeeze, or exhale, squeeze it towards your chest. And then bring your knee out wide towards your shoulder. Inhale it to center, to the midline, and exhale it out wide. Inhale it to center. Exhale it out wide. Inhale to center as you squeeze it into your chest. Exhale. And then exhale, inhale and exhale it out wide. And inhale, and as you exhale with it out wide, squeeze it towards your armpit. So the knee is out wide. Squeeze towards the armpit. And then inhale it back to center and send that leg out long. Bring the right knee in towards your chest. Inhale, and as you exhale, squeeze it towards your chest. And then bring it out wide towards your shoulder. Inhale it back to the midline. Exhale it out wide. Inhale to midline. Exhale it out wide. And then keep it there. Inhale, and as you exhale, squeeze it in towards your armpit. Inhale, and as you exhale, squeeze it again towards your armpit. Then inhale it back to the midline, to center, and then exhale and squeeze it towards your chest. Inhale, and as you exhale, squeeze the knee towards your chest. And then send the leg out long. Float the arms up overhead. And just stretch out through your fingertips again and down through the body and out through your toes, feeling the length of your body. Floating your arms down by your sides again, bending your knees, bringing the knees into the air, feet into the air, calves parallel to the earth. So calves parallel. So your knees are kind of in a right angle. And then bring your hands, interlace your hands, bring them behind your head, elbows out wide. And we are going to take our right elbow and bring it to our left knee as we send the right leg out long. So kind of a bicycle motion. And then come back and bring the left elbow to the right knee, sending the left leg out long. Exhaling as we bring elbow to knee. And bring the belly button in towards your spine. Engaging that core. And as you stretch the leg out long, really stretch through the toes. And do as many of these as is comfortable. And then bring your feet to the mat and your arms overhead. Some days you may feel a little more energized than other days. And once you bring your feet down, you can rock your knees from side to side with your arms overhead. And then bringing your knees to stillness as you're ready, whenever you're ready, and just float the arms down, hugging your knees in towards your chest, making your circles on the ceiling with your knees. And make any size circle that feels best on your spine, on your back. And at some point, reverse your direction. And as you're ready, you can bring the feet to the mat and cross the right knee on top of the left thigh, shifting your hips towards the right, dropping your knees left. And just close your eyes. Bring your breath to any area of tightness and see if you can release and relax. On your next inhale, bring your knees back to center as you uncross them and take the left knee on top of the right thigh, shifting your hips an inch or two to the left. Allow your knees to drop right. Again, close your eyes. Bring your breath to any area that may have a little tightness and see if you can release and relax. And on your next inhale, inhale your knees back to center. Uncross them. Bring your knees towards your chest. Rock from side to side. And then make your way up to Sukhasana. And we'll just do some shoulder shrugs. So bringing our shoulders up, holding, and then release them down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And then we're going to send our legs out in front of us, flex our feet, sit up nice and tall, pressing our hands on either side of our hips, or stick figure or Dandasana. So a nice long spine extending through our crown. Active pose, pressing the backs of the legs into the mat, engaging the core. And then we're going to inhale our arms up, stretch through our fingertips, and fold at our hip creases, leading with our chin and our chest. And then sliding our hands up our legs, inhaling up towards the sky, stretching, and then exhaling as we fold forward. And the knees can have a little bend in them if need be. Inhale the arms up, fold forward, folding at the hip creases. And then come back up. I'm going to turn to the long end of my mat. And we're going to come into boat. So we'll bend our legs, placing the soles of our feet on the mat. We're going to rock back, find our balance, bring our legs parallel to the earth, our calves parallel to the earth. And then we're going to tap our feet and lift our feet. So engage your core. And if this is too challenging, you can do 1 foot at a time. Just tap the feet on the mat, the toes. Try to relax the shoulders. And then you can send the legs out long. Come to Dandasana again. And then come back to easy pose. Just turning yourself. And then we're going to come to eagle arms. So we'll bring our left arm in an L, extend our right fingertips away as we sweep the right arm under, stacking the elbows, bringing the palms together, elbows away from the body, and then just inhale up and exhale down, feeling the stretch across the back body. So we're thinking about bringing a little energy to our bodies today. And then release. And then we'll make an L with the right arm, stretch the left fingertips away, sweeping that left arm, stacking the elbows, bringing palms together, bring the elbows away from your body, and then inhale up and exhale down. Enjoy the stretch across the back of your shoulders. Release the arms, placing your hands on your kneecaps, drop your chin to your chest, and make some nice rotations with your head. Notice the flow of your breath, so keep the breath flowing in a nice rhythm. Basically, we're allowing the breath to flow rather than holding the breath. Reverse your direction as you're ready. And then you can bring your head to stillness. And we're going to roll our shoulders up, back, and down. And just make some circles with our shoulders. Just warming up those shoulder joints. And reverse the direction. And just being aware of how our bodies are feeling today. Take the left arm and bring it across the body as you support it with the right elbow. Just pull gently back so you get a stretch behind that left shoulder. And then the opposite. So take the right arm across the body. Release. Bring the shoulders up towards the ears. Allow them to drop. Inhale them up. Exhale them down. Now we're going to make our way gracefully to table. And you can have your blanket under your knees if you'd like. And we'll just come to a nice easy cat-cow. So dropping the belly, inhaling as we gaze forward, pressing away from the mat, rounding the back for cat. Dropping the belly, inhaling, spreading at the collarbone. Exhaling, pressing the floor, the mat away. Rounding the back, chin to chest, belly button to spine. Drop the belly towards the earth, heart center forward. And then exhale, round the back. And just continue for a couple of more rounds. And just notice the flexibility in your spine. Feel the vibration of the earth under your hands. Drawing up that energy, using that energy. And then the next time you come to a neutral table, bring yourself to stillness, looking down at your hands. So Decide whether you want the index finger pointing forward or the middle finger pointing forward, spreading all 10 fingers nice and wide, although the thumbs can be a little closer to the index finger. Curl your toes under, send your hips up towards the sky, come onto your tippy toes, and then begin to walk your dog, bending your knees generously and really allowing the hips to move and be loose. Keep the breath flowing. You can also claw at the mat with your hands to take pressure off your wrists. And as you're ready, come onto your toes, up onto your tippy toes, and settle back towards your heels. Bring your belly button in and up. Press the backs of the legs towards the back of the mat. And at any time, you can come down to your knees. And we're going to float forward into plank. And you can also come down to your knees for half plank. Otherwise, we're going to turn onto the side of our feet and bring our whatever side you're on, your hand up into the air. I'm bringing my right hand up for side plank. Your knee can be down if you want to. And then we're going to come back to center to plank. Maybe come onto our knees for a minute. Take a breath. And then we'll come back into plank, half plank or full plank, and turn to the other side, onto the side of our feet, bringing that top hand up. Bring the hand down, turn back and come to your knees. Sit back on your heels as you walk the hands overhead on the mat and drop the elbows. Bring the forehead to the mat. And if your forehead doesn't come to the mat, you can stack your forearms and rest your head. And if your forehead is on the mat, you can rock your head from side to side, massaging that third eye. And then on your next inhale, come up to table, bringing your left foot between your hands. Walk your right knee back. You can stay here with your fingertips on the earth, or you can come up to your knee with your hands. You can come to Anjali Mudra, or you can bring your hands into a V, fingers spread wide, sinking into that left hip. Relaxing the shoulders. Bring your hands down to the mat if they're not there already, and then rock back and straighten that left leg, coming onto your heel, onto your left heel for runner's stretch. And then rocking forward again. Lifting the hands onto the knee and coming to Anjali Mudra. Just looking straight ahead, sinking into that left hip. And then releasing the hands to the mat, bringing that left foot behind you, bringing the right foot forward between your hands, walking the left knee back. And whatever you did on the left side, do here on the right side. So with your hands. So if they were on the mat, keep them on the mat, on the knee. Anjali Mudra, or if you brought them into a V, spread the fingers wide. If your arms are in a V, sinking into the right hip flexor, relaxing your shoulders, keeping the breath flowing. Bringing the hands back to the mat if they aren't already there. Straightening that right leg, coming onto the right heel for runner's stretch. Stretching those hamstrings a bit. And then rocking forward, so the sole of that right foot on the mat, lifting the fingertips up. If it's what you did on the other side, bringing your hands to Anjali Mudra. Of course, you can keep your fingertips on the mat. You're getting a nice stretch in your hip flexor, regardless of where your hands are. Releasing the hands to the mat, bringing that foot behind you, coming into your table, spreading your fingers wide, curling your toes under, sending your hips towards the sky. You can bend the knees generously and then straighten the legs and settle back towards your heels as long as it's comfortable for you. Just building strength in the upper body. So this is a weight-bearing exercise. Building strength in the arms and the shoulders and the back and the legs. Pressing the backs of the legs towards the back of the mat. Engaging your core by bringing your belly button in and up. Walking your hands towards your feet, bending your knees, and allowing your knuckles to graze the earth in a forward fold, knees bent generously, and then pressing your hands into the front of your calves, coming up to a flat back. Exhaling with a bend in the knees. Hands are on either side of your feet. Pressing hands into the front of your shins again, coming up to a flat back. Sliding your hands up and bringing them to your hip creases, and then bringing the torso up so that you're standing. And we'll come to Tadasana. So find your Tadasana. See if you can remember all the things, all the cues I usually give you for Tadasana. See if you can bring yourself to a nice, comfortable Tadasana. And close your eyes for a moment once you arrive in your nice mountain pose. And then fluttering your eyes open again. We'll inhale our arms up, stretching through our fingertips, feeling the earth under our feet, turning our palms away from each other as we float forward for Uttanasana, forward fold. Press into the front of your calves, come up for half forward fold, flat back. Exhale down, Holding on to your ankles if you're able. You can have a slight bend in your knees. And then slowly rolling up to standing. Inhaling your arms up again, turning palms away, floating forward, leading with your chin and your chest to Uttanasana. Slight bend in your knees. Press into the front of your shins. Come up for half forward fold. Nice flat back. Lengthening from crown to base of spine. Exhale down, slight bend in your knees. Rolling up slowly so that your head is the last thing that comes up. Inhaling your arms up, turning palms away, floating forward again. Noticing if you're getting a little closer to your nose is coming a little closer to your knees. You can have a slight bend in your knees. Pressing into the front of your shins, half forward fold. Exhaling, forward fold, Uttanasana. Slight bend in knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. So arms come out and up towards the ceiling. Palms turn away from each other as we float forward again. Press the front of the hands onto the shins, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold, little bend in the knees. Holding on to opposite elbows. Swinging hips and head from side to side. Feeling the earth underneath your feet. Feeling the vibration of the earth too. Letting go of your elbows, rolling up again. Spreading your feet wide on your mat. We'll come into a twist where we're reaching. So we'll bring left arm up at a diagonal, come onto the left toe, and then bend the knees and take the right arm up diagonally onto the right toes. And just a nice, relaxed, loose stretch, stretching out through the fingertips though. Using your breath. And then coming to center and placing your hands on your knees, bring the left shoulder to the midline, bring it back, bring right shoulder towards the midline, and bring it back. Just do that a couple of times. Keep the breath flowing. Then when you come back to center, so knees are bent, take your hands into goal pose for goddess pose. So sink the tailbone towards the earth. You can feel the muscles of the thighs working, I'm sure. A little bit of a tuck with the pelvis, pelvic tilt, I guess. Straighten the legs, bring the arms down, toe, heel, your feet together. Inhaling your arms up, turn palms away as you float forward again for Uttanasana. Placing the hands on your shins, half forward fold. Nice length in the spine. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Come down to your knees. Come onto your belly. Before Shavasana, we'll do one more pose. So we're going to bring our arms up overhead with the pinkies resting on the mat. Bring your forehead to the mat. And on an inhale, we're going to lift our arms and our feet, and we're going to pump the arms and legs up and down. The head and shoulders are up too. And just breathe. Use your breath. And come down whenever you'd like. Rest your forehead down on your stacked forearms. Spread your feet wide, toes pointing away from the midline for crocodile. Allow your breath to return to normal. So in crocodile, you can feel the belly press into the mat on the inhalation, strengthening your diaphragm in this posture. And in your own time, whenever you're ready, there's no hurry. You can make your way to Shavasana whenever you'd like, or you can stay in crocodile for a little bit longer. So once you arrive in Shavasana, just make yourself completely comfortable. Once you arrive, take a nice big deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. And you might choose to do that a couple of times just to relax the back body. If you'd like to bring your knees in towards your chest or anything you'd like to do before you come to your Shavasana. It's all about making your body comfortable, whatever your body needs right now. And just bringing yourself into the present moment by noticing the temperature in the room, the sounds you hear, the feeling of the body. Perhaps your body feels a little warmer than when you began. Perhaps you've woken up some muscles you haven't used in a little bit. So be gentle on yourself, but we want to keep moving. I'm going to ring my bowl. And I invite you to bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, to prayer. May you feel energized and excited for the rest of your day, the rest of your week. and beyond. Namaste.